welcome back to the channel, fool. Thanks for tapping in. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe for videos like this. That's just the night nurse. I guess he couldn't get his boat license.
Florida got 7 inches of snow. Brother, this is Alaska. Right now. There is no snow. There is no ice, no snow, nothing.
It's just baffling.
Yeah, wait, something's going on. What's the safe word? What's the safe word?
We don't have a safe word.
We have a safe word.
We don't have a safe word.
We have a rude safe word. What's the rude safe word?
No, you make it up.
Okay. Her face doesn't look like herself. Something's going on. But it's time to go. Come on.
Oh, wow.
Come on.
I don't want to go.
Come on. Come on. I'm not liking this.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah. That was not good.
Possessed people always say the same thing. Everything is fine. And why you wake him up? Have you heard that whisper? Free sturgeon, no insurance needed. And he's calling to confirm his tire appointment.
While closing his apartment door, a very odd-looking dark translucent figure can be seen in the background, just walking through the hallway. But then, it just disappears into thin air. The guy catches the figure from the corner of his eye, but he doesn't realize what it was until he reviews his CCTV footage. What do you think this could be? Is it real? Or is it all just a TikTok hoax?
Looks legit to me.
What's the process to get records from Instagram?
Sure. So, in order to get the records from Instagram, there is a law enforcement portal for which law enforcement can request a preservation of an account. So that means that any data that is currently active or posted on that account will be preserved by the parent company Meta, and even if it is deleted off of the page of that user, if there is a preservation request in place, that data will be kept. It might not be present on the user's interface if it's deleted for others to see, but the company keeps it.
Illegal, and yet accusing TikTok of stealing information.
Is it your feeling? Are you suddenly having a mental breakdown on the job?
No, I felt like something connected with me. And it was so overwhelming that I began to cry. Once it was just me and that object in between the pick and the drop site, there was about 20 miles in between, I felt like something was inside of me. I felt like I was possessed by the most beautiful spirit I'd ever been possessed by.
Was it loving?
It was loving. But there was a sense of sadness at the same time.
Had you ever had an experience like this before?
No. No, it was a very feminine energy, I'll tell you that. It felt like the spirit of God, but not in any masculine sense that I had ever felt. It was like, again, the feeling of my mother and my daughter and beauty. And it wasn't like a soul, it was like a frequency that I was connected with.
Was it scared?
I don't know if it is a thing. I'm still trying to figure out why that happened. Well, I don't want to say that because I have a pretty good idea of what's going on now. And whatever that force was since that night, it has stayed with me.
Can you believe it? It was on regular TV. Sad.
You making all that noise back there? This thing's always closing doors. You need to get out. Dude, will you knock it off, please? You gotta get out. You're gonna lock yourself in the laundry room again? You're not leaving? You're not. I just propped up the phone here and I'm gonna play. If you're walking by my office, I want you to knock it off. Holy. Is that you making all that noise back there? This thing's always closing doors. You need to get out. Dude, will you knock it off, please? You gotta get out. You're gonna lock yourself in the laundry room again? You're not leaving? You're not? Is that you making all that noise back there?
And I won't be so chill. Train surfing hits different.
Bro, what? Did she not know how to put the convertible roof up or something? What?
And AI is out of control. And what benefits do you get from all this?
So just doing a hotel room tour, you know, you've got your standard stuff, cupboards, nice seats, not too bad, nice wee sort of TV seating area, and there's a plane in the middle of the hotel room, just a fully functioning plane with seats and lights that turn on, and a full cockpit that you can just go into and like fiddle with and shit and touch all the yokes. It's just just standard, you know, hotel room stuff. It's very interesting.
Just use the tray at this point.
Who brought man the gift of fire? Prometheus.
Yeah.
Who was Prometheus? Lucifer. There would be no society without fire. That's how it's represented in the ancient myths and in the mysteries. These people learned how to control others through the use of a hidden knowledge. This ability to keep that fire going was a technology that nobody else knew. By observing the fire, by keeping it going, by creating ceremonies around this fire, they became a mystery to the others. A mystery always holds sway over those who don't understand it. And the priesthood was born. No king ever existed without the permission of the priesthood. And I don't care what religion you're talking about or what period of history you're talking about, it is the truth. The kings never had the power and don't to this day. Kings exist at the whim of the real power, which is the priesthood standing behind the throne. And when the king ceased to be of benefit to the priesthood, they would simply poison him or get rid of him in some other way. The king is dead, long live the king, and there would be another king appointed.
The same Prometheus at the Rockefeller Plaza?
Is it moving by itself?
It's moving.
It's like a
oh my god, that's the multiverse, Tell.
All right, let's go.
How are we going to get up there?
What is that?
It's opening. See, it's getting bigger.
Holy smoke.
Oh my god. Wow. Why? Why? Save us some eggs too, man.
Get ready for that fried rice.
Oh! Dude, look at that. Yeah. Nothing here. Nothing. Oh my god, I'm so. Oh my god, look, legit goosebumps. Oh my god. What the f is that?
Even the ghost wants some love. And I already know he got some ibuprofen to go.
We took this, I think, the day before we left.
Steve Goujon showed us the last picture taken of his family before they headed off on a much-anticipated holiday to a resort in the Dominican Republic, a trip that quickly ended in an unimaginable tragedy.
I think people need to be aware of what can happen.
Upon arriving at the resort in the evening, the Goujon family went to the buffet. Early the next morning, all four of them became violently ill.
We were all throwing up.
Goujon says he called the medical clinic at the resort, but says he was told no one could come to their room and that the family had to get themselves to the clinic.
I explained the severity of our symptoms and the inability of any of us to make it to the medical center. And when I say severity, like, we couldn't even make it to the bathroom.
Goujon says he called again in the afternoon and pleaded for help, at which point he says the resort did respond, but says by then the family had to be transported by wheelchairs to the resort's medical center. They were then taken by ambulance to a local hospital, where Mom April and son Oliver took a turn for the worse.
They degraded in terms of their health, and then my son passed away. And then very shortly after, my wife.
Did anyone else get poisoned?
What do you mean stop it? Let me do my job. Listen. See, what job you do? Who do you protect? Who do you protect? The only people you protect are pedophiles. You don't protect anybody. What do you do? Huh? You let all the pedophiles go away. All the real people don't.
That's mad. You kick it off, man.
Leave me alone. I'm doing my job. Just try to take off. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Please record. Please record. Who are you? Wait. Not wait. Who are you? Who are you? I'm trying to do my job. I have got my kids. You are trying to do your family. Arrest me. There's no hard work. Do the same thing. Where are they going to buy from? If you say we you're going to arrest me. It's not about the law. I'm going to slam him. You arrest me. Arrest me. Anyway, if you don't pay this fine immediately, within 14 days, it's going to go up. That is it. Thank you. Have a nice day, officer. Have a nice day, officer. Have a nice day, officer.
Uncle waited for this all his life.
What's up, guys? I'm watching this video on repeat. Your guys' comments are amazing. And someone just pointed something out that I cannot believe what I am seeing. All right, you see homeboys walk up to me with the dog, the strange dog, right? Apparently the dog helps the greys, and the reptilians sense things that they're not able to sense on their own. But check this out. Right here at 42 seconds, you can see through dude with the glasses as he's walking past the tree. You can see the tree through him. Watch this right here. Here we go. Hold up. Almost. As he's walking away. Right there. You see through the tree.
Reptilians can do that.
Dark. And it's like, it just stopped. And now it's like, am I tripping out?
Witchcraft or magnetic levitation? What is he training for? Grab an officer gun? Lens flare or UFO? Thank you, but no thank you.
They told me they were making a hybrid race.
And for what?
They didn't want, I wanted to know for what, but they never gave an inkling of what it was for, or what this hybrid race would be doing, where it would be, or what. My grandfather died in 1940, so this was in the 1930s when these things were happening with them. She said they would be sitting on the side porch at night, and they would see lights over the oil wells, and a lot of times they would see what they thought were little children dressed in white running around the oil wells. And on several times they saw it in the daytime. They would see these little children dressed in white, and once or twice they got up to go see if they could catch the little children and find out who they were, and they would start out, but by the time they would get there, the children would be gone. The main concept was creating a hybrid breed. At least that's what they told me, that they were trying to create a race of people that could live in our atmosphere and in their atmosphere. And they had not yet produced that person. Now, on another occasion, I remembered being shown a baby that really favored my grandson a lot. If you would, give it the slant eyes, they weren't as big as their eyes, but it looked human. And I knew that this was my child, and I wanted to take that child with me, but they said that it would not be able to live in this atmosphere. It's not really a frightening experience. It's just, it happens, and it doesn't leave you frightened. I think the thing that frightened me the most was that I was not consciously aware of what had happened, and I did not know what to put these ships with. I didn't have anything concrete to say, well, they're coming to do this or that. I just had the frightening feeling. And after I found out what had happened, I was at peace with what had happened, knowing that there's nothing that I can do about it, because I cannot stop them. Nobody can stop them from doing what they want to do. Nobody on this earth. Because they are too far advanced mentally and technologically for, we don't have a defense at all.
But they do magic.
Yeah, they could come in today and take over if that was their desire. But like I said, I don't feel it's their desire to take over through violence, and they don't care about governments. See, government control is not their thing. They want bodies, and they want minds that are going to do what they want the minds to do, but they need the bodies to do whatever it is with. And that's where we come in.
They're here, and they're living among us.
And you 100% sure that that tag is not real?
Oh, 100%.
Damn.
Yeah, they don't laminate temporary tags, man. This is just printed on a copier paper, right? Not even the right material that it's supposed to be printed on.
And you just won a lawsuit.
It's going on in Montana, yeah. And a whole trash can, cuz. Yo, what's up with him? That's yo. That's the white boy. I don't know. You want to sit in the toilet? You gotta go. You gotta wait with his
Boy at the runs.
So when he was out there in the summer, the last couple of years, and the daughter's playing and twittering and chirping and laughing and falling down and crying because she skinned her knee, there's a Sasquatch watching. And all of a sudden, they start smelling things, having activity. It even went so far as a month ago, him and his wife were in bed, heard something, and he thought something was thrown on the roof. The next morning, he goes out and investigate, and his eaves trough is dented. So something at a 9.5-foot level hit that eaves trough and dented it.
Yeah.
And it was probably just sending a message.
Who said Sasquatches weren't real? Go, 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 go.
We're studying these mountains in our time with my neighbors right now. And they are pyramids. 1, 2, 3, 4. Big flat top. Go down this side. Another one. Pyramids. Now, I got a picture of what the ancient city looked like. That's pyramids. So South Africa had pyramids just like Egypt and all that. Pyramids all over this world. Pyramids.
And pyramids are all over the place. Believe it.
There's something I'm seeing right now that looks crazy, and I don't know what it is. My friend's very excited because she's like, secret tunnel! Here's the door. It's solid metal, and it's been bolted shut. Okay. This part is square, but that is like circular. And then on both sides, on this side and on that side, it just disappears into the mountain. What is this?
Stargate or an old mine? Just get a cushion and you'll be alright. Tell me, how is he getting paid?
Founded in part by the Rockefellers, the United Nations has been acting as a de facto world government since 1945. Starting in the 1950s, the UN began funding scientists to measure for carbon dioxide. And in 1992, they drafted what they describe as the International Legal Instrument for the Conservation of Biological Diversity, and outlined their plans to seize control of land under the guise of climate conservation, known as Agenda 21, because they wanted to accomplish their goals by the 21st century. But by 2015, they were failing and officially pushed their deadline back with Agenda 2030. In 2010, the Rockefeller Foundation published Scenario for the Future of Technology and International Development, wherein they outlined 4 different ways of achieving their goals, which they wrote, once crossed, these axes create a matrix of 4 very different futures. In 2020, they crossed the axis into the lockstep matrix. In 2022, at their 15th Convention on Biological Diversity, COP15, the UN increased the amount of land they plan to steal to 30% by 2030. Their 30 by 30 plan will require the displacement of millions. So far, the direct confiscation approach is working in Europe. The Dutch farmers have been peacefully protesting, but they are being shot at by the police, and so the government isn't stopping, which is why the direct approach won't work in America. Less than a year after Agenda 21 was drafted, the U.S. federal government attempted stripping away constitutional land rights from the Bundy family in Nevada. It was fought in the courts for decades and resulted in a peaceful protest with armed protesters. To avoid a gunfight, the feds backed off and adapted their plans. In 2008, the Rockefeller Foundation published America 2050, a strategy to reclaim natural resources and reform the federal role in land use.
And it's not only conspiracy.
They say you look like Rihanna.
She hates me.
Why?
Because I worked with her a few years ago on, this is when she had her foundation. Right before she launched her what was it at that time? That
Fenty?
But no, I think it was before the Fenty, because it was whatever Kylie came out with. They all went in cahoots. They were all arguing with each other. And that was when Kim came out with her line, Kylie came out with her line. But Rihanna had this foundation back in 2015, and it was her white gala. And that was when she kind of like was sponsored on med beds, high tech, all that. Well, I helped fundraise her gala here in Hollywood. Well, she was my boss and gave my boss chlamydia. And here I am, the alleged. Yeah, I am a. But everyone thought that I was the one my boss, and in all reality, it was this. And so it just literally got to the point where all that came out that got him sick. That because he was married, he's can you put your seatbelt or behind you? You don't have to put it on, but behind you. He's a king, or he's a prince in Africa. And so he came out here back in 2013, worked with Global Canvasser, which was a nonprofit, and then worked with UNICEF in the United Nations. that's where I got on, and I was able to partner with UNICEF and the United Nations. So I lived out in Australia for a little bit working with this corporation. Well, right before that, they were around. I think she was, I don't know if it was Travis, I don't know who the guy was, but got dirty and got him dirty. And it was this whole thing. Well, she had her gala, and here I am, it was her white party gala. I'm dressed, I'm ready, I'm going after raising so much money for her thing, for his thing, for the company's thing. I show up, sorry Harley, but Rihanna said that you can't get in. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. And that was in 2016. And then after that, I ended up partnering more on board with her ex-boss, and his name was Lil Mac Tubai. Even if I wanted to lie, I can't even make up a lie to lie about it.
Yeah.
But I want her.
Both industries are tied together. And that's a wrap for tonight, fool. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to hit and smash the like button for me. Smash that subscribe button, be part of the family. Remember, stay woke, and I'll catch you next time.